Hello, Algebra, how are you? We are going to take a look at 10.3. So, when we're in class, we'll take questions on 10.2, and then we're going to learn how to multiply polynomials. So, look at this. We've got a polynomial. What kind is that? It's a trinomial. Specifically, what kind is it? It's a quadratic. It sure is. And I'm going to multiply by this. Remember when we made a rule book in chapter 7? Chapter 7. We made that rule book for a reason, because now we're going to apply it. I'm going to multiply this 3x squared to this 7x squared and to this negative x and to this 4. And I'm going to use some rainbows to do that. So when I multiply 3x squared to 7x squared, what am I going to get? I'm going to get negative 21. And then I'm going to have x to the, what do I have to do with my exponents? I've got to add those. So I'm going to x to the 4th. Now I need to do negative 3 times negative x. Negative 3 times negative x is positive 3. X to the what? 3rd, because there's an imaginary 1 there, remember, and I've got to add my exponents. Then I'm going to multiply negative 3 times 4. What am I going to get? Negative 12. X to the 2nd power. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just distributing. It's like just rainbows, rainbowing that up. Okay? All right. Good. Good. I'm going to show you a different method. In this method, I'm going to put my 5a squared outside my box. And I'm going to put a box, 3 boxes over here. And above that, I'm going to put my negative 4a squared plus 2a minus 7. Okay? And what I'm going to do is exactly the same thing. It's basically like the rainbows, but I'm going to combine my 5a squared with my negative 4a squared. So I'm going to combine them to make what's in the box. So 5 times negative 4 gives me negative 20. I don't know that I'm going to make it fit. A to the, what do I have to do with my exponents? Add them. So a to the 4th. Okay? Then I've got my 5 times my 2. That's going to give me 10. A to the 3rd. Then I'm going to do my 5 times my negative 7. I'm going to get negative 35. A squared. There's no a over here. And that's my answer. Okay? So my a travels with to my negative 7. It has to go with me. And I'm using those exponent rules. Okay? 2 different methods. So I've got the box method, which I kind of like, or I've got my rainbow method, which I also kind of like. You decide which one you do. So when you do this box method, you're multiplying the 2 things together to get inside the box. Okay? Your boxes, you're going to have the same number of boxes as you have up here. This is a trinomial. Again, specifically a quadratic. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions on that when you get to class. All right. So if I'm going to simplify this problem, it asks me to, let's see, I have a quadratic that I have to multiply by 2p, and then I'm going to subtract my 2 polynomials. So how am I going to do that? Well, first let's take care of the parentheses, because I'm going down PEMDAS. I got to get rid of these parentheses. I'm going to use rainbows. And I'm going to get negative 8p to the what? Cubed, because there's an imaginary 1 here, and I'm going to add those up. And then here I'm going to get 10 plus 10p what? I got an imaginary 1 there, an imaginary 1 there, so that's going to be p squared. you need to apply rules that we learned in Chapter 7. Okay, so I've got that. Now, I'm going to multiply my -5 in. And when I do that, I'm going to align and add like I learned in the last lesson. So -5 times 2p squared is going to give me -10p squared. So where is that going to go? Is it going to go under my p cubed or my p squared? My p squared. So -10p squared. Okay? Now I have to multiply my -5 times 20. What am I going to get? I'm hoping you said 100. Do I have another constant over here? No. I don't have anything to add it to, so I just put that there. And now I am going to add these up because I always add, right? So, anything to add to my p cubed? There isn't. So I get -8p cubed. What's going to happen here? That, my friends, is going to zero out. And then I'm going to bring down my -100, and I have simplified these two polynomials by first multiplying and then subtracting like terms. Okay, we're going to go through 2 more examples, and then we're going to do one class. This example, I want to do the box method. So I need a box that's 1, 2, 3, 4 terms big. And I need to fit my answer in there. So I'm going to make my box really nice and big. And I need 1 term, 2 terms. Oh, it made it really big. I can make that one bigger. 2 terms, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. So above that, I'm going to write what's in the parentheses. 3d to the 4th minus 2d cubed minus d plus 9. Each term is over 1 box. And whatever's out here, I'm going to multiply this with what's on top, and my answer is going to go here. So my -6d needs to go over here. -6d cubed. Okay. Now, I'm going to apply my rules from Chapter 7. -6 times 3 gives me -18. My d, I'm going to add my exponents, so I'm going to get 7. -6 times -2 is going to give me +12. D to the, oh, let's put the plus sign in there right away, sorry. Plus 12 d to the 6. Now, -6, what number is in front of this -d? A -1. What exponent's on the d? An imaginary one. So -6 times -1 gives me +6. D cubed plus 1 gives me d to the 4th. -6 times 9 gives me -54. And my d cubed just comes along for the ride because there's no d here. So my d cubed comes along for the ride. So my answer is -18d to the 7th plus 12d to the 6th plus 6d to the 4th minus 54d cubed. That's it. So all I'm doing is applying my rules. So let's look at my next one. I'm going to show you this one using rainbows and see if it's different. You're going to use whichever method you like. I will tell you that the box method sets up something later on in our chapter. So if you learn how to do the box method, it'll make something easier later. Okay, with that said, if I do my rainbows, I'm going to do 3 times 5x squared, and I'm going to get 15x squared. Now, I've got 3 times 2x, it's a positive 2x, so I'm going to get positive 6x. No x out here, so I don't have to change my exponent at all. And then 3 times negative 4 gives me negative 12. Fantastic. Now, that's that. All right, now let's do this one. I've got a negative x out here. That's what I'm multiplying in. So negative x, I'm going to get negative 7x cubed. Right? I'm going to get negative 7x cubed. Now, if I do my align and add, that would go under where? There isn't a square, so I would put it out on the outside, negative 7x cubed. Okay? All right. Negative x times 2x is going to give me negative 2. What am I going to do with my x's? There's an imaginary one here, so I'm going to get squared. Negative 2x squared. I'm going to align them and add them. Then a negative x times a negative 3, that's going to give me a positive 3x, so plus 3x, and then I don't have anything else to multiply, so I'm good. Now I can just add these together. And I'm always going to add. So, do I have anything to add with my x cubed? Nope. So negative 7x cubed. 15 plus negative 2 is going to most certainly give me 13. Whoa, that's not a 13. See, I just don't know how to write. 13x squared. What am I going to get for my x's? Remember, nothing happens with my term. I don't change my square. I can add it because it's squared. 6x plus 3x is going to give me 9x. Do I have anything to add to my negative 12? I don't. That's my answer. There we go. That's my answer. Don't make it hard. Go nice and slow. Apply your rules from chapter 7 and add your like terms. God bless.